peace, high frequencies, everyone, and happy spring equinox. We are going into spring equinox. Hopefully you all are doing some type of cleansing for your liver and your gallbladder as the focus as you go into this new season, all right? We have to make sure we focus internally, externally. But anyway, I want to tap into my dream last night. There was a series of lot of dreaming going on. But I have to tap into the part specifically that was, I would say, enlightening or eye-opening to a certain extent. I'm going to it. So it started off with me being at this park. And I was at the park bench and it was nighttime. I looked up at the sky and there was this huge full moon. The moon was full and it was just bright and it was close. It was so close, like it felt like it was zooming in and out. From there, the clouds went in front of the moon and started to form themselves into like fractals. They started making these fractal designs. I grabbed my phone and I was like, hey, I need to record this. I want to show people this. I started to record and then I heard this voice tell me, no, put the phone down and just look at it. So I put the phone, I remember the phone dropped in my lap and I sat down. I just sat there and I watched the fractals of the clouds create this pattern. Then the moon kind of started being covered up by the clouds where I couldn't see it as much. And it went up. It was like the moon went up and then it came down. It was moving in and out. And I saw these, and then I saw the fractals. My dream jumped from there to, now this is the part of the dream that was like, to me, it was extremely eye-opening, to say the least. I would say that it was this force. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm gonna say hate, strong word. I would say I don't like using the word angel, but that's kind of what people equate possibly this energy to be. But there are these energetic forces that are always around us and among everybody. Everyone has access to these energetic forces. Everyone. No one's exempt. Now, these energetic forces came to me and they were communicating. They said that we tell people ways to keep themselves from getting hurt, to keep themselves safe. We give people the best option, best route. Like we actually are telling people ways to be better in life. It is that small voice that you hear in your head that a lot of people disregard. It's that first thought, that first mind, and that's their energy. So they took me on this, to me, it was like a visual explanation of what they were talking about. And so it was this man and I could see his feet. He was making these steps. He was taking steps up these stairs and it was like he was traveling and he was getting ready to go into what looked like, this sand area. And they said, now, see, we're sending him the information and telling him not to walk flat on the sand, but to tiptoe. Only tiptoe on the sand. If you walk flat on the sand, then you're going to sink. It's quicksand. You need to tiptoe on the sand. And they were projecting this message out with force, really projecting out with force. The feet that I saw, it's like you couldn't help but know this force energy was coming. He could hear it, but he totally disregarded it. For whatever reason, he disregarded it. And he walked flat on the sand and he immediately dropped down and he Okay, so even though, and this, I'm laughing because it's so beautiful how this works out. Even though he dropped down into the quicksand, this frequency, this energy, these forces, these beings, they all still allow a way for you to get out of situations that you put yourselves into, but you really, it's not the path. So it's like they put you back on path, but they try to keep you on the path. But even if you fall off, it's ways that they can get you back on path. And we've seen this in our lives. And I'm saying this because in the dream, even though that this man didn't tiptoe, he went flat on the quicksand and fell down after he was told the first time, the still voice, to, do that, and he didn't. They allowed for someone else to come across his path and to pull him out of the quicksand and to save him so he continued on his journey. And they allowed me to see that. In seeing that, it just gave me the thought process of, we have to adhere. And I shared this with my friend when I woke up. We have to still our minds. We have to adhere to the message when it's given to us the first time. But sometimes that message is hard to hear because there's so much mind chatter. There's so much going on from things that's going on throughout your day, past life memories, just what I do, what bill I got to pay next. Do I need to pick this up? I got to do this at work. I need to do this in my business. I have this to cook tonight, or where I'm going to eat. We always have these thoughts of what's going on next, or what we need to do next. And there begins or continues to be a lot of mind chatter. So throughout our day, and this is the message for me as well as anybody else who is listening to this. Throughout our day, whether it's when we first wake up, clearing our mind, listening to that voice, whether we're driving, turning off the radio, listening to the voice on, our movements and releasing mind chatter, whether we're in the shower, taking a bath, just relaxing, releasing the mind chatter and just breathing. When I say releasing the mind chatter, you may call it, breath work if that works for you. You may want to call it meditation. You may just want to just sit back and just relax and breathe. And you may even just fall asleep. But it starts to create your frequency starts to change, where you can be able to receive that frequency of the information that may keep you, from, getting into, going the wrong way, getting into an accident, or going the way on the expressway that has, cars lined up for miles for an hour and a half. You have to be somewhere in 15 minutes. But if you listen to the voice, it would tell you, don't go this way, you go the street way, and you'll get there in 10 minutes and you'll be on time. So we have to learn how to, succumb the brain, the mind, so we can receive, because they're here for us. They actually, was communicating with me and telling me that they're here to give us this information to help us on our path here in this journey. That's what they do. And I'm saying I know, I'm going to go into meditation and, pull out, where are these beings? Who are these beings? Where are these beings coming from? For me, this is brand new. I've never had this type of energy come to me in this way. So again, if this message resonates with you, or if you've had similar experiences with these types of beings or energy, please leave a comment below, like, subscribe, share if you want to. You don't have to. This message gets to who it needs to get to, and I'm not here to gather up as many, people as I can. If it's just the 57 of us, then that is amazing to me. 57 enlightened beings that are on their path, that they resonate with my dream energy, is absolutely fantastic. So, in this world, we get caught up in fast numbers and all of that. And it's not about that. It's about those who it resonates with. So I'll leave you in peace and high frequencies.